and welcome to Wave Support. I see from your case you have a challenging keratoconus patient who's got an asymmetric cornea with an inferior cone. Because the amount of keratoconus, I see the patient's having trouble wearing their current gas-permeable contact lenses, and you're getting ready to order a Wave lens. However, I understand that you're a little hesitant to press that send button. Well, if we look at your design, let's first start looking at the topography. As you know, this is an inferior cone. And one of the problems I've sort of seen through my experience, you may have also experienced that, is trying to design a lens with such asymmetry and so much keratoconus. Sometimes we get some unpredictable results with these Wave lenses. Not that Wave is not capable of designing a great lens, but as you know, we're missing a lot of this critical data out here. So when we start extrapolating all these points on the cornea, I think we get some erroneous information. With that said, it still is a great tool to design lenses. So let's take a look and see your designs. I actually like your design. I see exactly why you chose to do what you did. The only thing I would probably do different is, and this is probably a great starting lens, the only thing I would probably do different is I tend to start maybe at 50% of this cone area. And the main reason being I try to, obviously keep that posterior OZ as large as I can get it. And you'll see I did kind of a mock-up of a lens here, just like that. Using the same design criteria that you used, I came up with just a little larger back OZ on that lens. I went at about 5 and 7 on the intermediate zone. And I did use the configuration settings. I went over here and set them up as 5, and I did 7.5. I set my edge central thicknesses. I set my diameter. Went to axial and GSIM and just let it run the software. And you can see I have a design that looks pretty much like yours. I did adjust that pink dot and allowed for a little tear pumping in that vertical 50 meridian. So I think this is a good starting point. I will say from my past experience, I found that these semi-scleral lenses on these really advanced keratoconus corneas tend to be hit or miss. And what I mean by this, sometimes I've had really great success with it, and sometimes I found myself just scratching my head and going back to more of a corneal design. With that said, I did mock up a corneal design for you here. In this design, what I did, I tried to use a large diameter, try to get as large as we can to try to reduce some of that movement on the cornea, and hopefully that'll reduce a little of the awareness and discomfort this patient might be having. I used freeform to try to actually match the shape of that cone on the cornea. And you can see this design actually looks pretty nice. So we come around here, we get some nice alignment in these areas, and rightfully we got some lifting up over those areas, but the cone looks very much like, or the back surface of that lens matches very closely to this topography. So I have had good success with some of these patients just not going the semi-scleral route, just going a very large corneal lens. So either way that you choose to go, I think you can be very successful, but you'll probably find yourself a little trial and error along the way. But I would have done probably exactly what you're thinking of doing on that first design if I'm going to scleral design. Again, mine, I probably might try to get a little bit larger back OZ. The reality is it may not make that big of a difference when you get this lens on the eye. Well, I wish you well with this case. These are very challenging, as you know, and hopefully you'll be very successful with this design. Have a great day, and thank you for contacting Wave.